Hi friends, today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. So today we're going to do lesson 8. Make sure that you are on page 30 in your textbook. And we are going to start. So remember, it's very important that you track and that you practice saying the words out loud. So let's go ahead and touch column 1, finger on the first word. These words have more than one syllable. The first syllable is underlined, as you can see. Word 1. What's the first syllable? Get ready. Yes. Few. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes. Fewer. Word 2. What's the first syllable? Get ready. Yes. See. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes. Season. Word 3. What's the first syllable? Get ready. Yes. Hurt. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes. Hurting. Word 4. What's the first syllable? Get ready. Yes. Cloud. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes. Cloudy. Word 5. What's the first syllable? Get ready. Yes. Old. What's the whole word? Get ready. Yes. Older. Now let's go back to word 1 and let's read the words the fast way. Get ready. Okay. Word 1. Get ready. Yes. Fewer. Word 2. Get ready. Yes. Season. Word 3. Get ready. Yes. Hurting. Word 4. Get ready. Yes. Cloudy. Word 5. Get ready. Yes. Older. Awesome. Now let's go to column 2. Fingers on word 1. Numbers 1 through 3 are going to tell us about different places. Are you ready? Number 1. What place? Get ready. Yes. Reedy Lake. Word 2. What place? Clark's Hill Lake. Word 3. What place? Yes. Jackson Lake. Word 4. What word? Get ready. Yes. Shown. Okay, let's go ahead and start. We're going to start with section B. You're going to read the next story about Henry and Tim. First, you're going to read the information passage. It gives some facts about the sun heating the earth. So everybody, let's read the title together. Finger on the first word of the title. Get ready. The sun heats the earth. Awesome. Make sure that you're tracking and following along as I read the story, the information passage to you, and ask you some questions as we go along. Ready? You can figure out which parts of the earth are hot and which are cold if you look at how the light from the sun gets to the earth. The picture shows lines of heat that are going from the sun to the earth. Those lines are the same distance apart. So everybody, go ahead and look at the picture. Touch the lines that are going from the sun to the earth. Which are these? Are some of those lines closer together than other lines? Get ready. No, because remember, they're the same distance apart. Some of those lines are longer than other lines, but they are in the same distance apart. Remember, we're not looking at how long they are, but the same distance they are from each other. Let's continue reading. Here's a rule about the lines of heat. Pay attention. Places on the earth that have more lines of heat are hotter than places that have fewer lines of heat. Listen to that rule again. Places on the earth that have more lines of heat are hotter than places that have fewer lines of heat. So now it's time for you to say that rule. Get ready. Awesome. Let's continue reading. Places A, B, and C on the earth are the same size, but one of them is a very hot place, and one is a very cold place. The hot place receives more lines of heat from the sun. So if you want to find out which place has more heat, you count the number of lines from the sun that hit that place. Count the lines that hit place C. So go ahead and look at your picture and look at place C. And it gives you the line of where it starts and where it ends, from here to here. So let's go ahead and count the lines. Get ready. 1, 2, 3. So we have, and 4. So 4 lines. So place C has 4 lines. Ready? If another place on the earth had more lines of heat, would that place be hotter or colder than place C? Get ready? Yes, it would be hotter because remember, the more lines that it has, the hotter it is. So now, let's count the lines of heat at place B. Ready? Look at, this is place B, and it starts right here. Let's count. Together, get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many lines of heat hit place B? Get ready. Yes, 8. So which place has more lines of heat, place C or B? Get ready. Yes, B. So which place is hotter? Get ready. Yes, B. Now let's count the lines of heat at place A. So right here is place A. Let's start counting. Get ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So everybody, how many lines of heat hit place A? Get ready. Yes, 10. So which place has the fewest lines of heat? Get ready. Yes, C. And which place has the most lines of heat? Get ready. Yes, A. So which place is the coldest? Get ready. Yes, C. Let's continue reading. Remember, the sun heats the earth, and the equator receives more heat than any other part of the earth. So, everybody, where does the heat on the earth come from? Get ready. Yes, the sun, right? Which part of the earth receives the most amount of heat? Get ready. Yes, the equator. Very good, boys and girls. So we just read the information passage, and now it's time for you to read the story. So go ahead and press pause. Remember, it is very important for you all to practice, so make sure that you're reading the story on your own first before I read it to you and I ask you the questions. So go ahead and press pause, read the story on your own, and press play when you're ready to continue. Okay, boys and girls, by now you should have read the story. And now I'm going to read you the story. So we're going to start with the title, A New Plan. Ready? Make sure that you're following along. The next day's flight was very hard on old Henry. His wing was sore, and the next landing place was a little more than 300 miles south of the landing place in Michigan. It would have made sense for the geese to travel only 200 miles and then spend the night at a new landing place. But geese don't always make sense. They always go to the same landing places. If those places are a little more than 300 miles apart, the geese fly a little more than 300 miles. Everybody, about how far did the geese have to travel to the next landing place? Get ready. Yes, 300 miles. That's a long way. If you went on a freeway at 60 miles an hour, you would have to drive 5 hours, boys and girls, without stopping to go 300 miles. So why didn't they just go about 200 miles and find a good place to land? Get ready? Yeah, right? Because geese don't do it that way. They follow a set routine, right? Let's continue reading. Tim and old Henry reached the landing place by late afternoon. This landing place was between two lakes in Kentucky. One was large and one was small. Everybody, what state was this landing place in? Get ready. Yes, Kentucky. What state was the last landing place in? Get ready. Yes, Michigan. Let's continue reading. Something about the large lake didn't seem right to old Henry. There were some geese on the large lake, but they were too close to the shore. Henry's wing was so sore that he really wanted to land and rest. So he told himself, "There's no problem down there." And he started to lead the way down to where the other geese were swimming. Tim flew up next to old Henry and said, "I don't think we should land there." "Why not? You told me never to land in a place that had only a few geese in the water." So everybody, what was on the big lake? Get ready. Yes, a few geese. Did Henry know better than to land where there were only a few geese? Get ready. Yes, right, he knew better. So why was he going to land there anyways? Get ready. Yeah, right, because he was feeling tired. His wing hurt. He was in pain, right? Everybody, who was trying to stop him? Get ready. Yes, Tim. So let's continue reading. Just then, the geese heard a sound that was something. Let me move my book. Like another goose calling, but old Henry knew that it was not the sound of a real goose. He said, "You're right, Tim. There are hunters down there. Let's get out of here." The geese made a great turn and started to climb higher and higher into the sky. Just then there were loud banging sounds. Hunters were shooting at Tim and old Henry, but they were too far away. "You may have saved our lives," Henry said to Tim. "You're a very smart young goose." What was the first sound that made Henry sure that there were hunters down below? Get ready. Yeah, right. The sound that sounded like it was another goose, but it wasn't. And as Henry and Tim flew away from the lake, they heard other sounds. What were those? Get ready. Yes, right. There were gunshots from the hunters. So why didn't the shooting hurt Tim or Henry? Get ready. Yeah, they were already far away. So Tim remembered something important that Henry had told him. What was that? Get ready. Yes, right? Not to land where there were only a few geese in the water. So let's continue reading. The two geese found another landing place. Let me fix the book. About 5 miles away. It was a field that had a small pond in the middle of it. The geese landed, took a nap, and then ate some seeds. Old Henry wanted to go the rest of the way to Florida, but he knew that he could not travel as fast as flocks usually go. If Henry was to make it, he would have to fly one day and then rest the next. He couldn't fly 2 days in a row. How far was the landing place from where the hunters were? Get ready. Yes, 5 miles, right? Let's continue reading. When the sun was growing red in the west sky, the two geese were sitting near the pond. Tim said, "So where do we go tomorrow?" Henry told him the plan. "We're going to rest tomorrow, then we'll fly the next day." Tim said, "But I'm not tired. I'll be ready to fly tomorrow." Let's turn the page. "I won't be ready," Henry said. Tim looked at Henry for a long time. Then he said, "Well, you're in charge. Anything you want to do is fine with me." So the birds rested the next day. Late that afternoon, a large flock of more than 80 geese landed near the pond. The leader of the flock and the three of the older geese came over and talked to Henry and Tim. The leader asked, "Where's the rest of your flock?" Old Henry explained where the rest of the flock was and why Tim hadn't gone with them. "How many geese are in the other flock? Get ready." "Yes, 80. So let's continue reading. The leader of the other flock said, "We're from one of the big lakes between Canada and the United States." So everybody, touch the map. Look at that map. Below the map is a key. Touch the letter A in the key. Look, this is the key of the map and it usually tells you what the symbols mean. So touch the letter A. It says it shows the boundary line between the United States and Canada. Find that line on the map and trace it with your finger from one side of the map to the other side. So it should tell you the boundary line, which is this pink one. That's what letter A stands for. So on the map, it's right here. And let's trace it with your finger. And that's the boundary line between Canada and the United States. The leader of the other flock lives in one of those big lakes between Canada and the United States. They are called the Great Lakes. Letter B in the key shows the color of the Great Lakes on the map. Touch the block in the key that shows that color. Let's go back to the key. And B shows the color of the Great Lakes. What color is it, boys and girls? Get ready. Yes, blue. So count the Great Lakes and raise your hand when you know how many there are. Remember, the Great Lakes are just those big lakes between the United States and Canada. So yes, you see other blue right here, but that's not the color blue that you see on the key. These are the Great Lakes between Canada and the United States, because if you see, here's the border. So we have 1, 2, and this one, 3. And then we also have, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how many Great Lakes are there, boys and girls? Get ready. Yes, there's 5. So you can see that some of those lakes are over 100 miles from one end to the other end. So they're huge lakes. That's why they're called the Great Lakes. Let's continue reading. We're back up here. Tim said, I know those big lakes. We flew over one of them. Didn't we, Henry? Yes, we did, Henry said. Then he asked the leader, are you on your way to Florida? We are, the leader said. We go to Reedy Lake. That's wonderful, old Henry said. Tim is trying to go to Crooked Lake. Oh, the leader said, that's only a few miles from Reedy Lake. Old Henry said, how would it be if Tim went with your flock? You could drop him off at Crooked Lake. We could do that, the leader said. What's old Henry's latest plan? Get ready. Yes, right, that Tim will fly with his flock to Florida. Everybody, is that plan all right with the leader? Get ready. Yes, it is. What do you think Henry will do if Tim goes with the others? Get ready. Right? I can't wait to find out. Maybe he would fly back. Do you think he'll stay there where he's at? So how do you think Tim will feel about Henry's latest plan? Get ready. Well, I think he might feel pretty bit sad since Henry has been his partner on this trip, right? But we'll find out next time. So remember, now it's your turn to go ahead and number your spiral from 1 through 28. Remember, name, date, goal, and lesson number at the top of your paper. You're going to answer the questions 1 through 28, and then also do your workbook for lesson 8, boys and girls. Okay? Bye. See you all tomorrow.